going on? What is going on, man? I'm back in black in the building. Shout out to everybody at the Court Plantation, man. Much power and respect to you. Man. There's so much going on today. So much to discuss, so much to talk about, but we're going to get into it. Shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation. Tasha, Shawnee, Erica, Screwhead, 066. My brother Dave from No Compromise. Man, my brother David, man, I do apologize. I'm just up our times. We trying to get the spaces going, but the times, because I know this brother is a very, very big time activist in the community, and he's got a lot of stuff going on. And then with my Court Plantation schedule, it's just hard because, man, I be up early and in the bed early. You know what I mean? So it's very difficult, but we gonna get it together, man. We gonna definitely get it together. If I gotta stay up a little later just so we can get it in, we gonna have to get it in, man. So much power to that brother. Shout out to everybody out there just getting up and going to work and doing what they need to do, man. Shout out to everybody that's doing that, because it is not easy. It's very difficult to do those type of things. You know what I mean? So shout out to everybody out there that's doing what they need to do. If you're getting up and going to work every day, or got your hustle or side hustle, whatever, hey, that is much appreciated. You are a contributor to society, and we need you. All these lazy motherfuckers that can tell you everybody else's business but can't tell you nothing about theirs, I don't know what to tell them. I have no idea of what they got going on, because that's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody out there that is handling business and doing the necessary things that it takes to make it in this society. Shout out to everybody, that wants reparations for foundational black Americans. Shout out to our Sambos and our Coons and our Mammies, because it's a whole lot of them. We're going to jump into it today, man. We're going to talk about GHISLAINE Walker. I've been watching and reading and watching, and I've been wanting to see exactly what is going to be said and what's been transpiring, because you notice, as soon as there's a big time killing or something like this, they kind of overshadow it with a whole bunch of other bullshit. You know what I mean? You got the brother that went in Buffalo, got the shooting. Of course, he was a racist, and he was establishing racism and white supremacy. They just glanced over that. Start talking about the Uvalde shooting. Now they didn't talk about nothing at all. Now it's about something else. So we're going to talk about what matters most to us, and that is the public lynching of our people. And we're going to get into it right now. Let's go. Man, there is one thing that I did want to discuss is, before we start off, just the LGBTQ. The reason why I wanted to start with the LGBTQ, because I'm just wondering when the LGBTQ is going to come out and speak out on behalf of Brittany Griner. You know what I mean? And how she has to plead guilty, and how Russia's like, well, you about to do 10 years. Well, where's all the LGBTQ at now? And the thing that trips me out about us when we go to these other countries, you better be on your straight and narrow. You can't just be out there in another country just thinking just because you're a basketball player you can do whatever the hell you want to do. No, that's just not how it go. These are just things that we got to focus on and we got to know. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that's going on, a lot of things that need to be discussed, but that was just one thing I wanted to hint on. Like, where is all the Brittany Griner supporters and all the LGBTQ community at? Why are they not supporting this sister? Oh, because it doesn't really matter. That's probably why. But you think you're a part of that community? No. See, you are melanated first before you're anything else. It's just sad that it took that for that sister to probably realize. She still don't even probably realize it yet, but eventually she will. And shout out to the homegirl Erica. I did find the 17,500 acres of land. I'm gonna try to find it, and I want to talk about GHISLAINE Walker. That's the subject of today. The brother got pulled over, and they literally shot him like 60 times. It's like, damn. And I've been watching the story, and then kind of reading up on it, but just kind of to see what everybody gonna say. And it's so funny because these race soldiers in the law enforcement, man, look, they come from the machine world, like in the Matrix. they come from the machine world. They're being trained by the United States of America Incorporated. So we need to start looking at the congressmen. We need to start looking at your councilmen. We start looking at the aldermen. Why y'all voting these people in if they just can just go and just dump on a black person with no problem and there's no consequences? Instead of us trying to just defund the police, hey man, who are you voting in? Stop voting in these people that's just smiling with you. And they just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. We got to take different measures sometimes. And when these councilmen get the skin and the grin all in your face, say, well, what you plan on doing about the police just randomly pulling people over? They got too much power. They're there to protect and serve, not to kill and destroy. This isn't RoboCop. We have to understand that, man, and we have to make mental notes of this stuff. And the marching and repeating is fine, but you have to understand, man, they don't care about that. And they gonna come out and make the mayor and everybody make a public statement, and they gonna hope that this blows over. But that young brother is dead and got shot 60 times. It's like, damn. While you got the real criminals out here, you know what I mean, doing God knows what, but you want to kill him. He ain't got no gun. Because you are a threat to the dominant society. And they're not there to protect and serve you. They're there to protect and serve the dominant society. They're there to police you, to make sure you don't get out of line. And we have to understand this. Racism and white supremacy, this is global. This isn't just nationwide. Ask Brittany Griner. Hell yeah, we gonna detain you. What you think? Cause you play on a basketball team out here that we care about you? We don't even fuck with the United States like that. Why would you even be over there in these countries thinking you could just take any type of fucking paraphernalia, anything on? Why you even got that around you? How'd you even get that? Why would you even trust somebody to give you that? You're not from Russia. You don't know those people. And they're gonna make an example out of her. Just to let motherfuckers know, yeah, you can come over here if you want to with the bullshit. We gonna show you. And that's a fact. Found some video that I'm going to play. No, I'm not gonna play, but I'm gonna try to play some video just as long as they ain't got no clown ass commercials in there. Cause I just want to see what they talking about and understand why we need reparations, understand why we need to have this economic law enforcement by us. Straight up. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be able to be a police and not, you need to live in that community that you're policing so you can know what it is. But they have people that don't even know how to deal with black folk, policing black folk. That's what it is. And we have to understand that and wake up and understand what's going on. Here we go. Let's play this.
City Council voted to enact a new law that ensures the release of video footage which documents an Akron police officer's use of force within 7 days of the incident. This ordinance was first recommended by the city's Charter Review Commission and was...
Yeah, but they can still change the footage and edit it and do whatever they want. Should be live.
...overwhelmingly approved by the residents of Akron. And it is clear what our community wants is to be able to review the information for themselves, and it is our commitment to be open as transparent as we can be.
Yeah, transparent commitment, but that ain't got nothing to do. You're not talking about what you're going to do to them race soldiers, though.
Given the fact that there is an independent investigation which we cannot put into jeopardy. Additionally, utilizing an independent entity to conduct the initial investigation into the incident will be a further step in increasing the trust and accountability with our citizens. Chief Milet and I both believe that this is the best practice going forward, and which many communities across the country are now doing. And it is the direction that we intend to move towards in any future events of deadly force. Both the city and the Akron Police Department are fully committed to this process, and I have every confidence that the investigation will be conducted in a fair, thorough, and just manner. Many will wish to air their grievances in public, and I fully support our residents' right to peacefully assemble, but I hope the community can agree that violence and destruction are not the answer. And let me echo the calls from a number of elected officials and community members right here in Akron that calls for peace in our city. This will be the constant urge over the next few days, is peace in our city.
Let's see if it play. Yeah, well, he wasn't talking about nothing either. He just basically talking about, no rioting and shit. But that don't got nothing to do with. That don't have nothing to do with what y'all got going on here. Let's see what this is about. Let's see if it'll play.
If something happened to you, what would happen to them? Their home, their education, their future. You need life insurance.
Yeah, we don't. But it's just so funny when you listen. They come out with these political statements. It doesn't have anything to do with what you plan on doing to reprimand these race soldiers or soulless people that just go around shooting people because they've been trained by the system to do that. See, you got to look at the system, too. Y'all the ones encouraging these people to shoot, to kill, and do all this sucker shit. And then when they do, it's a whole nother problem.
Ohio, where officers shot Jalen Walker more than 60 times last week after a traffic stop and foot chase. Demonstrators scuffled.
He probably ran because he was scared. That's why he ran. I'd run, too. I'd be nervous. I'd be scared. My palms be shaking. Every time the police get behind black folk, how do you think we feel? We scared to death. We don't know what y'all going to do. So I'm tired of people talking about, well, you shouldn't have ran. Well, Alton Sterling didn't run. He didn't run. They killed him. Philando Castile told them everything that was going on. They shot and killed him and damn near killed his baby. So it doesn't matter. It don't matter if you run or not, man. You public enemy number one when you're living in this system of racism and white supremacy.
With officers last night outside Akron Police Headquarters, and some people were arrested there. CBS News has been told the detainees include family members of people shot by police in other high-profile cases. Elise Preston is in Akron for us. Elise, good morning. What do you know?
Good morning to you, Tony. Among the relatives at the protest were the father of Jacob Blake, who was shot and paralyzed in 2020 by officers in Kenosha, Wisconsin, and the aunt of Breonna Taylor, who was shot and killed in her Kentucky home 2 years ago. Late last night, relatives of Blake told us the father came to Akron to stand in solidarity with protesters when he ended up getting arrested and then hospitalized in custody. That arrest was caught on camera by Taylor's aunt, who during our interview said she was being detained.
This was the moment when Bianca Austin, aunt of Breonna Taylor, and an unidentified companion say they were being detained by Akron police.
What is going on? You're under arrest. What did I do? Nothing. You're alive.
Austin had been in Akron to protest the police shooting death of Jalen Walker and was speaking to us from a parking lot. She had just finished following an ambulance that was transporting Jacob Blake Sr. He was hospitalized after being arrested by police as he was protesting. Austin recorded the incident outside the city's police department as it unfolded on her cell phone. Multiple protesters appeared to refuse orders by police to disperse.
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
At the same time, Blake Sr., seen here in the black hat, also appears to be resisting officers. The video then shows officers appearing to struggle to handcuff Blake Sr., who pleads with officers, claiming that he's handicapped as they force him across the sidewalk. After several minutes on the ground, several officers appear to lift Blake Sr. onto a stretcher and push him toward an ambulance.
They wanted to kill him.
Minutes later, police allow Austin to leave in her vehicle. She catches up with the ambulance carrying Blake Sr.
Stating he's in a lot of pain.
Austin had just spoken with Blake Sr. when we spoke to her around 1 a.m. Our interview ended when police arrived and Austin said she was being detained.
We're out of here.
No, he's detained.
He's detained for what? What is he detained for?
He's not moving right now.
For what, though?
So as you saw, a very chaotic scene with still a lot of unanswered questions this morning. We still don't know why Blake was hospitalized while in custody, but we do know that he faces a handful of charges this morning, including failure to disperse and resisting arrest. Austin faces similar charges and both will be arraigned in court this morning. We have not heard back from police. Dana?
Wow. I just thought I would play that for y'all so y'all can know what's going on and y'all can know it's going to be the same thing over and over again, and that stuff is not going to change. And the reason why it's not going to change is because y'all have to understand this is inbuilt within the system. The system is the people who's training them. It's just like Neo said when he sat down and talked to the Oracle after he went to go see the source. So after he went to go see the source, he was like, so you're a program, an old program. She was like, right. So if you're a program, you're from the machine world, right? Which means it's another form of control. Bingo. It is a pickle, no doubt about it. It is a pickle. Y'all need to go watch The Matrix. Man, y'all need to understand that. The councilman, all these people are not your friends. Just because they smile with you, they're not your friends. You have to do your due diligence and do your research and understand what's going on. They're not your friends. They've never been your friends. Lease and rent those politicians like Dr. Claude Anderson talks about. Lease and rent those politicians. You know what? I'm gonna show y'all this because I'm so sick of people talking about, you know, oh, well, we don't need a handout. We don't need this. We don't need that. But I found it yesterday about Martha Washington. Let's see. Watch this. Soon to be leader of the new nation. You need to borrow money. Heavy on the president's legs. Okay, no, that's not it. Because I found it yesterday. Because it is. Let's see. His marriage. Okay. Here we go. Right here. It's highlighted. You can't see it because I got the podcast in black and white on purpose. But it's right here. Can y'all see? Can you see that? Look at that. What does that say? With the death that's focusing right now, y'all can't see it. But doesn't it say 17,500? And I'll just go ahead and read it really quick. I think it's very important. Okay, Betty continued to spin and sew as her mistress took control of the family business, which included 6 plantations and close to 300 slaves that fed Virginia's tobacco economy. With the death of her husband, Martha Park Curtis stood in control of over 17,500 acres of land, making her one of the wealthiest widows of the colony of Virginia, if not throughout the entire Chesapeake. And that's Martha Washington. And she got that endowment, if I'm not mistaken. She got that from her husband. So I just wanted to let y'all with that, man. Other than that, y'all already know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. Y'all already know what my favorite saying is, nigga, I'm out, nigga. All right, then Erica, I'll holler at you. All right, then all y'all, I'm out. I got shit to do. Look, I'm about to go. What we used to do in California? Oh yeah, we used to take the cans and sell them and shit. They don't do that shit out here in Vegas. They don't give a nigga shit for no cans out here. Just let y'all niggas know. That's only in California. Fuck a damn can and all this recycling bullshit. But hey, I'll holler at y'all. And if y'all niggas up there being Sambos and coons and shit, and oh yes, master, no master. Guilty, nigga, I'm out. Peace. Oh shit.